Here's something funny. This is when Biden was running for president with Kamala Harris. And this was one of the things that they would put out. This is what they're going to do. They're going to fix personal protective equipment for good, and Joe Biden will take responsibility rather than leave states, cities, tribes, and territories to fend for themselves. Yes, so he's not gonna take responsibility rather than leave the states to fend for themselves. And in fact, he said, I am alarmed by the surge in reported COVID-19 infections, hospitalizations, and fatalities. This crisis demands a robust and immediate federal response. He said that November 13th of 2020. So this is two things that are pretty, he's really going to take control at a federal level. Biden says COVID surge needs to be solved at a state level now. Wah, wah. He's so much different than Trump. That's what I like about Joe Biden. He's so much better. He's a big
states' rights guy.
That's what they used to say about Trump. Well, Trump, he just gave it all to the states. He didn't give a shit. If we would have had a good, strong, central leader, that's what people say. We could have got a handle on this COVID. But because Trump just kicked it to the states, I don't know if you saw the fucking headline, but the headline says Biden says COVID surge needs to be solved at a state level. And here he is saying it. Want to see him say it? There he is.
Look, there is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level. Look, there is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level.
Look.
What?
There is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level. That's what he said. Smiling. After he said this, this crisis demands a robust, immediate federal response. And after he said this, he will take responsibility rather than leave it to the states. That's why people love that. That Trump, he's such a lazy ass. He doesn't take responsibility. He gave it to the states, and that's why everybody's still locked out. We can't kill fucking coronavirus. and now this son of a bitch.
Look, there is no federal solution.
Speaking just before a meeting Monday with some of the nation's governors, Biden said there is no federal solution. This gets solved at the state level. The administration plans to distribute the tests. So they're going to now. Do you remember when Jen Psaki said, "What are you supposed to do? Just give a test to everybody? You know how expensive that is." Well, now 2 weeks later, Joe Biden's going to give a test to everybody.
They took that reporter's idea.
Yeah, they took the reporter's idea.
Maybe that
that's stupid. Write that down.
Maybe the reporter should ask when we're going to get health care. Maybe if they ask health care questions and how many beds are you going to go ahead and add to the hospitals? How about that?
How about that? My neck is killing me. No, it's killing me. I had it. The administration now plans to distribute the tests free. So they got like somehow 300 million tests or something. Or maybe it's 500 million. Could you look that up? How many tests they got? They're going to distribute. Doesn't matter. You don't have to look it up.
Okay.
They got a gazillion tests. They're going to now distribute to everybody, even though they said they couldn't before. Go ahead, Kurt.
And not with a rebate from your insurance. You're just going to get the test.
No, no rebate. They were trying to say we're going to get you. You have to send it into your insurance, and your insurance will get. No, I think now they're just going to give you the test.
I'd rather not get tested than go through that process.
Me too.
I'd rather die.
I can't mail things. I'm not good at mailing. The administration plans to distribute the test free to Americans, support more vaccination and testing sites, and deploy 1,000 military medical professionals to augment hospital staff nationwide.
50 million.
50 million tests? Is that what they got? Yeah. 50? 500 million.
You got 500 million.
Yeah, so 500, that's what I had. So 500 million tests they got. And just 2 weeks ago, Jen Psaki was like, we can't afford that. How are you going to do that? Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah.
But again, just imagine if that was Trump's press secretary that said that. The late night shows would never let them forget about it. But the virus's ability to mutate, spread, and occasionally lead to positive cases among those who have received a vaccine has made the administration's promise to slow the disease more difficult. Oh, really? Because, by the way, they always knew that the virus was going to mutate. Everyone always knew this. Virologists knew this. This isn't new news. The virus and vaccine have become politicized. Many Americans, especially those supportive of former President Donald Trump, refuse to be vaccinated. many Americans, the president keeps telling everybody to get vaccinated, but they keep saying that. The president just had an interview with Candace Owens where he said, get the booster. Because if you don't, you're playing into their hands. That's what Trump developed under his administration. He developed the fucking vaccines. And he wants credit, by the way.
He can't bear that they're getting the credit for his terrific vaccine.
He can't bear that Joe Biden is getting credit for his vaccine. But the news media still keeps telling you this. As if Trump is being anti-vax. He's being the opposite. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican, issued an executive order in October prohibiting any entity, including private businesses, from imposing COVID-19 vaccination requirements on employees or customers. Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida, thought to be a 2024 Republican presidential contender, has in recent months broken away from federal public health guidance and curtailed mask and vaccine mandates. They also have the lowest anyway. The president's remarks came as COVID-19 cases surged over the Christmas holiday weekend. A lot of people reporting they had colds. They always leave that part out. They always leave the president's remark came as the way milder COVID-19 variation cases surged.
Wait, shouldn't PolitiFact check the context left out?
Yes. Why don't you add more context? Okay, let me go back to this. The highly infectious Omicron variant, the highly infectious and mild.
The ideal one to get.
The ideal one to get has in the past week caused a handful of states, including New Jersey and New York, to report more coronavirus cases than any other 7-day period during the pandemic. Do you see if there's ever was a fact check that should be fact checked for context? It should be this shit. While early signs suggest the variant may cause more mild symptoms, holy shit, it took a while to get to that, didn't it? Health experts health experts who are in the pocket of big pharma urge rigorous public safety protocols and say the variant's rapid spread could strain the U.S. hospital system with milder cases.
We don't have enough.
It could lead to more deaths, even though there hasn't been one death reported from Omicron. They still know how to scare the shit out of you. Thank God, right?
Jimmy, we don't have enough lozenges for all these Omicron cases.
Where are we going to get all the Kleenexes for all the runny noses and all the Advils and Tylenols for the headaches and body aches?
And the Ricolas.
Every day it goes up and it goes down. The last weekly average was about 150,000, and it was likely going to go much higher, said Anthony Fauci. It's going to go higher with more mild disease. If you're getting your fucking news about COVID from CNBC or any of the establishment news organizations, you're being propagandized in the extreme. And of course. And we tell people to get vaxxed here, but we have lots of critiques of all the bullshit propaganda and lies surrounding the COVID policy from the government. And any YouTuber who calls me an anti-vax is a nutless wonder who doesn't have one fucking critique of the oligarchy or establishment over COVID policy. And none of them and isn't it funny how none of them wants to debate a fact I said? Not one, nobody. Nobody will debate a fact I've said. Nothing. Let's do it.
People won't tell you what you said exactly either.
No.
Generally. I mean, all these articles about somebody's Malone's band, it's always not telling you what they said.
That's right.
Suspiciously.
Hey, come see a live Jimmy Dore show. We're in Los Angeles, January 7th and 14th. Then we're in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Philadelphia. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all tickets and become a premium member to get access to all our premium videos.